He laid the foundation for Western philosophical thought, through his dialogues and teachings, on subjects about justice, knowledge, and the rule of society. Here are 10 facts about Plato. 1. Birth and backdrop. Plato, born around 427 or 428 BC in Athens, Greece, into an aristocratic family, was an influential philosopher during the classical era. Growing up amidst the political turmoil and intellectual ferment of Athens, he witnessed the city's transformation from democracy to oligarchy and back to democracy, which may have influenced his philosophical thinking. To place Plato into historical context, he would have been a young man during the later years of the Peloponnesian War, which took place between 431 and 404 BC. In his final years at about the time of his passing, there was a young boy of about 9 years of age who would later be known as Alexander the Great. 2. Name. Plato was not his real name but was a nickname or a pseudonym. His birth name was likely Aristocles. The name, Plato, is derived from the Greek word, Platos, or Platon, which means broad or wide. It's believed that he acquired the name Plato from a wrestling coach due to his broad shoulders or possibly because of his wide-ranging interests and open-mindedness. In historical accounts and his own writings, he is commonly referred to as Plato, and that's how he is known throughout history, as one of the most significant philosophers of antiquity. 3. Student of Socrates. Plato was a student of Socrates, the philosopher who is famous for his method of questioning and pursuit of moral and intellectual knowledge. Plato's association with Socrates likely began in his youth, and he participated in philosophical discussions and dialogues alongside his mentor. Socrates' trial and execution in 399 BC, which stemmed from his philosophical inquiries and perceived impiety, deeply affected Plato. While there are no extant writings directly authored by Socrates, Plato is the primary source of information about Socrates' life and philosophical ideas through his dialogues, in which Socrates is a central character. Plato's role as a student of Socrates and his commitment to preserving and extending Socratic thought are significant aspects of his intellectual legacy. 4. Teacher of Aristotle. Plato was the teacher and mentor to Aristotle, one of history's most influential thinkers. Aristotle, who was roughly 17 years younger than Plato, joined his academy as a student and studied under his guidance for nearly 2 decades. Under Plato's tutelage, Aristotle received a comprehensive education in a wide range of subjects, including philosophy, mathematics, and natural sciences. Although Aristotle would later develop his own philosophical system distinct from Plato's, his time at the academy significantly shaped his intellectual development and marked an important transition in the history of Western philosophy. 5. The Academy. Plato's establishment of the Academy in Athens is a historically significant event in the development of education and philosophy. Around 387 BC, Plato founded the Academy, which is recognized as one of the earliest known institutions of higher learning in the Western world. Located in a grove outside Athens, the Academy provided a structured environment for intellectual pursuits and philosophical inquiry. While the specific curriculum and teachings varied, the Academy focused on a broad range of subjects, including mathematics, astronomy, political philosophy, and ethics. It attracted scholars, students, and thinkers from various backgrounds, fostering an environment of intellectual exchange and debate. The Academy's enduring legacy lies in its role as a precursor to modern universities and as a place where profound philosophical ideas were explored and transmitted, influencing the course of Western thought for centuries to come. 6. His works. Plato left a substantial body of written works that have had a lasting impact on Western philosophy. His most notable and widely recognized works, considered authentic by many scholars, include The Republic, a philosophical treatise on justice, governance, and the ideal society; Phaedrus, which explores the nature of love and rhetoric, Symposium, a dialogue on the concept of love and the nature of beauty, and Phaedo, detailing the last hours of Socrates' life and his thoughts on the immortality of the soul. These writings, among others, are characterized by their Socratic dialogues, where philosophical ideas are explored through conversations between various characters. Plato's works continue to be studied and debated for their insights into ethics, politics, metaphysics, and epistemology, making him one of the most influential figures in the history of philosophy. 7. Platonism. The philosophical school of thought known as Platonism, based on Plato's teachings, emphasizes the existence of abstract, timeless forms or ideals that underlie the physical world. It has had a lasting impact on Western philosophy, particularly in fields like ethics and metaphysics. 8. Platonic love. Platonic love, named after Plato, finds its origins in his philosophical dialogues, particularly in works like the Symposium and the Phaedrus. Plato explored the concept of love as a profound, non-sexual connection between individuals based on intellectual and spiritual affinity. He believed that true love transcended physical desires and was a path towards higher understanding and virtue. Plato's idea of Platonic love involved the pursuit of knowledge and the appreciation of beauty, ultimately leading to a deeper connection with the eternal and the divine. Over time, this philosophical concept has evolved and influenced various aspects of literature, art, and human relationships, emphasizing the importance of intellectual and emotional connections beyond mere physical attraction. 9. Mentions of Atlantis. One of the most famous passages about Atlantis in Plato's works can be found in his dialogues Timaeus and Critias. Here is an excerpt from the dialogue Critias where Plato describes Atlantis.
For it is related in our records how once upon a time your state stayed the course of a mighty host, which, starting from a distant point in the Atlantic Ocean, was insolently advancing to attack the whole of Europe, and Asia to boot. For the ocean there was at that time navigable, for in front of the mouth which you Greeks call, as you say, the Pillars of Heracles, there lay an island which was larger than Libya and Asia together, and it was possible for the travelers of that time to cross from it to the other islands, and from the islands to the whole of the continent over against them, which encompasses that veritable ocean.
10. Death. Plato is believed to have died in Athens, Greece, in 348 or 347 BC at about 80 years of age. The exact cause of his death is not known with certainty, as there are no detailed historical records from that time. Some ancient sources suggest that he died in his sleep, while others speculate that he may have passed away due to natural causes or illness. The circumstances of his death remain a mystery and are a subject of historical debate and uncertainty. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more interesting facts about our world.